Okay, I'm going to do a review on a tarp I got. I got this off eBay. And it said it was a genuine military army tarp. It's multicam. It has no markings on it anywhere. But here's underneath of it. It does have a coating on it. And it's very light. You know, it has grommets, and it has a shot cord on it, and then it has snaps all the way across it. So here's the seaming. You know, close up of that. This is the top half. Here's the inside. You see it's a very light nylon. I'm going to set this up and we're going to take a look at it. I can't remember how big it is. I think it's 9.5 by 7.5 or something like that. It's pretty good size, but it's very light. But let's set it up and see what we got. Well, I kind of got it set up here just a little bit. It's a very low profile. I'm not trying to do anything fancy or anything. I'm just using a metal pole that I had. Room in there. It's very low profile. Let's see if I can set it up a little bit higher in the back. But one thing about this one that I do not like though is that it has no ridge line tie out. And here's the actual seam right here. It's kind of on the side, but it's supposed to be seam sealed, but I don't know, it doesn't look like it to me. But I don't know how waterproof this is or anything. It feels like it'll be okay, but we'll throw some water on it in a little bit. But it's really the first time I've set this up. I'm just messing around and everything. But you know, I mean, for 50 bucks and multicam, you know, and if it don't work, has a waterproof tarp or something. If it's not waterproof, then you can use it for, you know, using it for some concealment or something when you're. But I'm gonna set this up different in the back. So I got it real low, just got it tied to a stick. Yeah, that's one thing. See, I'm not a big fan of the grommets either, you know. Even though they'll be okay, they'll hang in there all right, I guess. But not a big fan of the grommets. I'd rather have, you know, those nylon tie outs and stuff like you see on the Bushcraft USA and AquaQuest and DD Tarp and stuff you see on YouTube and stuff. I haven't seen this particular one. It's on eBay and they sell it for 50 bucks. I think it's 55 or something for the size I got. And it says it's a U.S. Army actual U.S. military, you know, tarp. But there's no markings on it. This labels it as that. Maybe it was factory seconds or something. But it is set up like the marine tarp, you know, where they have the grommets, they have the shot cord, and they have the snaps. So I don't know. I'll set this up and we're going to crawl inside. Well, I will say this. I mean, there's a little room in here. I mean, the way I've got it set up. I mean, it could be set up better than this with the ridge line, and the back side back here will be higher up and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's good to. I mean, you can get all the way in here, you know, with your legs covered up and everything. And you know, you could sleep 2 people in here, so. And you know, of course, there's the million different ways that you can set up a tarp. You know, there's a million different ways to do it. So, yeah, there's a million different ways to do it. But see, I got it opened up here a little bit and stuff. So it's just a test out, you know, everything. So, but yeah, you could certainly cover yourself with this, and we'll go grab us a little bit of water and see if we can see how well it beads off and stuff. So we'll do that right now. All right, we're gonna do a little water test, see how well this beads off. Got my pint mug here, Iron Monk, my pint. Well, it's beading off there. See how it beads off? Yeah, I know these aren't really true tests, but let's try some on this little line. See if anything happens with that. Beads right off there though too. I know that's not really a true test. Oh, no water on my finger. And of course, that's just a glass of water. But it does look like it's beating up around the seam. So that's a good sign. There doesn't look like there's any type of seam sealer on this stuff. So that's the thing. I'll have to do that anyway. I was planning on it. It says it's advertised as sealed, but I mean, if you look at it, let's get up, if I can get you a good close up here without the wind moving too much. I just don't see any type of seam on there, sealer stuff on there, you know. So looks like a little couple beads, but that's on the outside right there. See that? Yeah, that's on the outside though. So, you know, still no wetness or anything. But I mean, it was only 50 bucks, you know, and I thought, well, that's cool. You know, it's camo. The cat seems to enjoy it there. It's multicam. And like I said, you know, if it doesn't end up not working, I mean, in dry conditions, it'll be perfect shelter. But I'll have to test it out when it's raining and all that stuff to get a full test. But I wanted to give a little review of it. I've had it for a while. I never have set it up. Have never even used it yet. I thought, well, I just want to get out and set it up. And this is nothing fancy. Nothing fancy whatsoever. Just basic setup. I wanted to see how big it is. I wanted to look and see if it had any markings. I looked at it before, never saw any. I thought, well, I'll open it up and actually look at it and see if there's anything. But it's a pretty good sized shelter, you know. And I do like the shot cord, you know, elastic cord there. And it's blowing around in the wind here, so it seems to be okay. Seems to be hanging out all right. Not sure how fast the wind is blowing right now. Probably get 15, 20. Yep. Just a basics. Crappy setup, really. Pretty crappy setup how I got it. But I just wanted to get it out. Take a look at it. So yeah, like I said, it's like a 9, and I think it's like 9.5 by 7.5. I think that is what it is. And you know, you could squeeze 2 people in here underneath this tarp. and a cat. But yeah, that's a good cat. That's a good catty right there. But yeah, you can get 2 people under here easily. Probably some gear. And, you know, you've seen all the videos on YouTube. There's a plethora of ways that you can set this thing up. So.
And Buck like to make it over.
No, don't. But yeah, there's a plethora of ways you can set tarps up. So, but this is just my own basic way of just actually getting it out and looking at it. So that's all I really got to say. Like I said, I got it off eBay, 50 bucks. Said it was an actual military U.S. Army tarp. Like I said, I see no markings. But it's real light. It's also real light. And I'll show you how small it packs up too here in just a second. I guess one cool thing about the snaps though is that on this thing, you know, you could use it as a bivvy if you wanted to. It snaps all the way around, you know, all the way on this side. These snap all the way up. But I guess you could use it as a waterproof bivvy if you have to. You know, it snaps it all around, all at the end. Yeah. Except on the corners. On the corners, of course. Yeah, that's one thing I was going to point out. Yeah, you can use it as a bivvy for your sleeping bag, or even if you just need to crawl into it, keep out of the elements and everything. But let me roll this up here in a second. Let me show you how small it is. Well, there it is, all rolled up right there. So, I mean, it's not very big, and I'm going to put it in this sack. This is just a cheap-ass sack that I got at Walmart. It's like in the camping section. 3 different sizes. 3 of them for, I don't know, $5 or something. But it was just a cheap ass sack, because this thing didn't come with one. But let me put it in there and show that to you real quick. All right, there you go. See, there's my hand. That's how big it is. And this thing, like I said, it's very light. It probably weighs, oh, 1.5 pounds maybe, something like that. 2 pounds at the most. But you can probably even squeeze that down in a compression sack and fold it better than I did. But, you know, so. But yeah, that's what I did. And it's, like I said, very light and everything. And for 50 bucks, why not? Huh? Give it a try. But I will be purchasing a bigger, better tarp eventually. I would like to get an Aqua Quest or even a Bushcraft USA. And it doesn't have to be multicam. It can be any kind of camo, really, green, coyote, OD, whatever. But I do like the multicam color though. Blends in real nice. But yep, 50 bucks. I'll see if I can put the link. I can copy it somehow and put it on in the description of this thing, so you can go see for it for yourself. And you know, there's no NIN number, you know, anything like that. There's nothing on here, so it's. But what the heck, 50 bucks. If it works, it works. You know. And if not, you know, you can always use it for concealment and camouflage and stuff, or whatever have you, for hunting or even camping, and put it over your other, you know, tent or something, just to have extra camo, whatever you want to do. So anyway, it seems pretty tough, seems pretty strong, but you know, it's just this type of nylon, same stuff, I don't know. So, but I'll put the description in there. Hope you enjoyed it, and there you go.